What's up? Surprise stream today. I'm here. So we just had this confirm. This is the London hour trade. I pointed it out in real time in the Discord, went long here. And I might as well show up. I'm here. Might as well stream the management and see what else we might get. London hour trade strikes again. This is the third time this week we're getting a win off this. 3 for 3 on this trade. What's up? What's up? Surprise stream. I did say yesterday I might stream today, so here I am. I might close the third of this trade soon, just because I'm so beyond my 1-to-1 now. I can do that, because you know how these things go. A little high volume on the 1 minute. So I closed a third of the position based on that. Again, I took the London hour trade. Everybody who follows my stuff should know about that. There's a video explaining it. And I did point it out in real time in the Discord. So this isn't some, oh, hey guys, I'm in a trade. We all know the setup anyway, don't we? If you don't, go watch the video. So there's the entry on the close. Amazing freaking trade this is, really. Has been. What's up, guys? We're here on a Friday. Making some money on a Friday. What's up? I hope you took it. All you got to do is follow the simple rules. And I pointed it out in real time in the Discord. So any hell yeah from people that are in the trade right now? Or did you miss it? Hope you didn't miss it. It was like 10 minutes after the hour or whatever, and I'm like, oh, London hour trade. Let me check in. And it just looks so good. The lower the volume, the better right there. Yeah, that's pretty darn low. Move my stop to break even now. I only closed about a third of the position, so let's see what else we might get off of this and how to manage it best. Missed it? Oh no. Maybe everybody should set an alarm for this time of day. You know what I'm saying? I almost missed it. I think when I opened my charts, we were right here. Just confirming it. I just caught it. But you see when I posted in the Discord, that's when I saw it setting up. It's already moved 35 pips from entry in 15 minutes. That's 35 pip move in 15 minutes. No drawdown. Wild. Oh, I hear you, Bill. Stuff happens. Morning. We're here on a Friday. We're making money. Finish off this week good. Man. I'm counting this one. I'm counting this as January results because I told everybody in the Discord, here it comes. This one counts. I didn't count that euro yesterday, that little scalp. This is fun. I never really kept track of my live results, separately from whatever else I may be doing. But this counts. Come on, baby. This counts. How's it looking after that high volume? Starting to come back. This is about 20 pips in profit. I could close a little bit more if we're looking at weakness coming in. Here around the 1-to-1 risk reward anyway. So I'm going to listen to the chart and close a little bit more. Roughly 20 pips there. So what do I have left? Well, I kind of closed a lot. I have a quarter of my remaining position on. 1/4. Stop at break even. Well, that's really turning around. Well, we did see that little bit of warning. The thing is, it can do a break test continuation and still hit my break even before it gets to that test continuation spot. So that's okay. And that's why I closed most of it. Yeah, you see the pound was strong. Just to compare what was going on at time of entry and why I decided to take the pound yen. Well, obviously the pound yen confirmed. Pound dollar didn't yet, at least. But what was the entry time here? All right, so top of the hour going into the confirmation. Notice the euro moving down at that time. Well, we're there. Okay, sorry. Euro yen moving down at that time. We'll stay on the yen pairs. The AJ moving down at that time. And then again, let's compare it to what the pound was doing at that same period, flat and up. And that difference shows me that there is particular buying on the pound. Picking the pound yen, obviously, that again, that's the one that confirmed. But look at the yen that was starting to do this stuff off a rejection here, a reversal type of rejection. And the dollar, well, it doesn't matter because that didn't set up on the dollar pair yet. It may not. It's nice, not too much volume up there, but still it's hasn't technically confirmed. It may or may not. Dangerously close to my break even. Dangerously close. Well, at least I closed most of it. See if I can hang on. It's basically there because you have the close plus spread. So my break even is about there. And the last quarter of the trade, so. Would have been fun to manage this a little further, but we're here today. I don't know. We're here for a bit. Let's see what we can find. Yen looks weak compared to that. Yeah, at least for the moment. Yeah. So actually, the yen may be moving up, and that really could be the issue for this coming back down and kicking me out at for the rest at break even. Yeah. This has to stop moving up, but we do see that type of activity that it could bring it up, and then just have this hit my break even here. What was that question? Yeah, broker lets me close part of the trade. Yeah, it's one trade. So basically, with my broker, what I can do is, so whatever lots you want to sell, you pick the amount of lots. So you buy a certain amount of lots, and then you go to that pair and you sell, and there's no hedging or anything. So, selling something that you bought is going to be closing it. So I just put the sell, you know, lot wise at a lower amount at whatever you want to close. So that may be one way to do it. I mean, I know, like, I don't know if it's still the case. Some countries allow hedging, some brokers allow hedging, and then you would end up with a long and a short at the same time. For me, if I'm long and I go short, it closes the trade. So I could go short half, the lots, a quarter of the lots. Yeah, I got something out of it. Let's see if I can hang on by a thread here. What was the criteria for taking this trade? It was exactly what I show in the video called London Hour Trade. And you see the bar that's highlighted there, that close there is the entry confirmed. So simply put, it closed above the level that it needed to. This one I drew after, that's just a resistance. So this is the level, right? And then there's the close above, low volume, closing at or near the high. Once that closed, entry. But yeah, watch the video, 15 minutes long, gives you the whole rule set that you need. High to low of the first hour of London session. So very good as far as the requirements being met here. Pretty much perfect, right? Wow, I can't believe that didn't hit my stop. Nice. Let's see. So yeah, check out that video. It's actually the 3 trades that we've taken. You know already? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the 3 trades we took live this week. Right? Yeah. Tuesday, Thursday. Those were both London Hour trades, yeah. Well, we're here during the time that it may set up, so that makes sense. But we didn't see anything else while we were in session. So this is nice to get this one early, more days than not. Almost too easy. Nice. Yeah, man. I'm happy. I'm going to a party tomorrow. An introvert going to a party. Yeah, maybe I'll cancel. I should go. I officially got the gig mixing for the HSCC on YouTube. Oh my God. It's a good day, baby. It's a good day. Celebration, bitch. Yeah, man. Yes, the Aussie. The Aussie cover band, the greatest cover band I've ever seen in my lifetime. HSCC, Hindley Street Country Club. I got the gig, man. I'm mixing their videos. Thank you. Ooh, I feel like celebrating. I'm taking a pay cut. I don't care. The exchange rate sucks. But that's all right. It's not about that. Thank you, Mr. Grayling. I'm not an introvert, just an extrovert. Oh, I really am, though. I'm an introvert who pretends to be an extrovert at times. And then I go back into my shell. I'll go to the party. Yeah, I should go. Anything else brewing? What's up today? How about the bullish market overall? How about cryptos moving up? How about we expected that? Yes. Yes. Bull market. The only person in the frickin' world saying this. I must be right. Told you I'm holding gold. Let's go. Oil, I'll buy more if it dips. Otherwise, I'm in. I'm in from there. What else? The Bitcoin? Bang. Let's go. We're going to get to 24 by March. Fuck it, we're getting to 24 in April. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, right? We'll see. I like it, though. I like it. A lot of people shorting. They're going to get run over. The truck is incoming, running through them. Let's go. So the up moves U.S. session every single day. We knew it. We knew it. Bull market. We're in a bull market, guys. What? Inflation, recession, housing market, bubbles, and F that, man. What are we looking at today? Well, obviously, I'd be saying, based on that, as we go through our day here, we'll see if we get dips to buy against the U.S. dollar. Strong. Weak U.S. dollar. I've been saying this all week. Weak U.S. dollar. Weak U.S. dollar. Weak U.S. dollar. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Same, same, same. Might get that going on. So looking for lower prices to buy, especially as we get towards U.S. session. This is just an obvious spot. There are others that we can also mark up. The pound did this all week. The pound dollar did this all week, right? Fake break, higher. Fake break, move up. As I pointed out, to expect. Low, fake break, low, fake break, low, fake break. It did it all week. Hunting the stops. Why? Because there's this up move on news and they wanted to accumulate. They needed to hunt stops to do that. This was the story of the week. The chart does not lie. I don't have a crystal ball. That's what it said. Hanging on by a thread on this trade. My stop is right there. Well, closed most of it, so break even on the rest, no problem. We'll see. But you see the management of this trade, you got to try to play both sides of it, right? If you're up 20 pips, 25 pips, basically your one-to-one risk reward. There's nothing wrong with closing some. Is it going to kick me out? Oh, there we go. Out at break even. Okay, so I'm out. But I closed 3/4 of the trade, so that's fine. But like I say, yeah, you want to play both sides because we've been seeing, yeah, it runs off. It usually does its thing, and then as soon as you get some trouble, you got to be careful. And this is what I pointed out there. A weakness. That's all it took, huh? But at least it told us, right? Yesterday was the same thing. We were moving up nicely. We broke into new high ground, and there was just too much volume there. It was a battle, which means selling was coming in. Close some of the trade, right? Trade what you see. Manage the trade how you're seeing it in real time. Okay, so I'm out of that. Gotta be quick. Pistol Pete, the basketball player. back in the day. Yeah. You're looking for longs EU. Yeah, I would look for the strength, of course, obviously, right? To start off that setup. Nothing yet. This is the obvious place. Like I say, I don't make up these levels. This is where a bunch of stop losses are. So those losers will sell off. More money will buy it. They did it all week on the pound. Literally, that's all they were doing. So that becomes a spot to look for again there. I mean, you even see it here today. Look at the low. It's already happened once today. There's your low. There's your fake break. Let's adjust it. There's the low. We get the fake break. It's the simple, most obvious, transparent thing where they're just building up long positions and kicking out, you know, weak buyers and taking their position. So that's the story with the U.S. dollar. Looking to buy off strength on down moves. If it's just trending up, you know, of course, there's the 14 EMA entries. And if there's a good momentum, now that we're into the session, especially into U.S. session. Yeah, very good. So nice start today to have such a clean setup there, and things are moving nicely. So I'll hang out for a bit from here. What else? So for the near term, I don't mind that the dollar pairs are moving down. Maybe we'll see some strength to buy. As far as the other yen pairs, similar story. We just had that stronger pound yen, but similar story how it kind of just popped up, hit some weakness, right, and came back. Um, so besides London Open volume, you do have that weakness popping out. So short term looking bearish for the moment on the yen pairs. Need one more push to the downside for euros. So hopefully a bit of volume there. Yep. All right, we'll see what we get. As far as any other opportunities. But yeah, as I said yesterday, I said maybe I'll stream today. It started off so nice with that entry, and then just generally the way things are moving pretty nicely. No dead fish, no chop chop. So let's see. Yeah, man. My mic volume low. I swear it changes by itself. Been saying that forever, right? See if we end up with that situation again. Hunt some stops. And get the long. This is something we've been looking at here, just to point this out. When you have a trending move, in this case you have a nice double top and reversal pattern there. Volume's kind of just flat throughout. And then as you break through, you come back to test the 14 EMA. And it's similar to basically your short scalp setup. Low volume off the low is nice too. As far as a scalp. Copyright? Nope. These songs are good, Carb. London Hour was W. On the pound yen, popped up, showed weakness. I started to close off the trade, and then my last quarter of the trade hit break even. So, got what I could out of it. No regrets. I'm happy with that decision. I might catch this short scalp on AU, you know what I'm saying? This is a trade that I've started to work in. It's basically your 14 EMA stuff, but it's the reversal pattern of it. We're calling it the reverse scalp. That's what we were calling it, right? We need a name for these things. Small position. I don't want to give back everything here. On the AU short, maybe. Let's see. Let's see. But I like that reaction. I like the lack of any issue with strength. US dollar, we would want to be moving up. Okay, well, if that's happening, then I'm not getting in. That's not going to help. So I'll hold off on that for the moment. If this happens, which is that pattern in reverse, right, on the dollar index. Ooh. Ooh, a little bit of strength. All right, I'm putting a little position on the AU short. I'm not going big risk on this. This is something we just started working in. It's not based on completely new stuff, but we're calling it the reverse scalp. But I put a small risk on that. I don't want to give back what I made so far. Small risk, small stop. Let's see. Well, I'm putting in a 14 pip stop just to get my stop in right away, and then I can manage. That's what I like to do. Get it in right away, and then manage. So AU short. I got a position on this short. Again, this is something I'm working in when you have this situation of trend reversal and a test of the 14 and rejection with no strength off the low. It tends to try to break this low next. And then the US dollar hopefully pops off of it in reverse. What's up in the chat? Noise, noise. No choppy sloppy. Well, that's the projection, hopefully. If that works, then everything works. And that. If things fall apart, I'll get out. Never regret a small loss. That's fine. And I didn't take a big position, as I said. Don't want to give back everything I just made. But yeah, we've seen this on occasion. I think I took one or two of these in the live session so far. They're more rare. They have to be really clean like this, as far as the trend change and then the test and the reaction. But everything's kind of lined up to do this, you see. It's either going to happen or it's not. You know, okay, obviously, Pete, yeah. But, right, it's all right there right now. Right there, there. This guy, whatever, the pound was a little stronger. Dollar index in reverse, right? It's all there right now. So either it comes down or I can cut it. Small loss, real small. Keep it small. No regrets. Definitely not. Exactly. That's why I went small risk on this. It's not some sort of huge win or loss. The no regrets says I don't want to just give back everything I made on the last trade. And also, again, this is something that I'm just starting to work in, and it doesn't pop up that often. It's not like my regular routine day in, day out. I'm looking for these, you know, like the regular scalp is. So for me, that's the right move. So everybody's got to kind of behave together. See that bounce, hopefully. See that come down, hopefully. Behave. What are the end pairs doing? Yeah, if this makes a higher high here off of that swing point, closes up, I could just close it for the -7 pips or whatever that would be. Never regret small losses. That's fine with me. Be my first loss in a while. If it does play out, it'd be nice to try to hold some support. Oh, behave. Come on. See where this 5-minute closes. Take it from there. think the dollar needs to drop a bit more. Yeah, I mean, if we're getting a close or two below the 14, yeah, it probably is. There was this chance that everybody was going to get this turn right here. A good chance based on that pattern. I think the Australian dollar is a little on the weak side also. So that might save me. If you notice, the euro dollar is popping up there. Pound dollar popping up. And then this guy, not so much. So any sort of, upward turn, if we can do this, can be all right. We will see. Yeah, strong dollar just for another, just to get me this would be nice. But that's the kind of decision point if we're hanging out below the 14. And generally these guys were hanging out above. That's not great. Let's see what happens. Looks like at least I picked the right one, right? Australian dollar is weak. That's what we got on our side. If we can get some strong dollar for just 20 minutes, we could catch a scalp. But comparing, let's say, pound to Australian dollar, right? It's moving up against it, so weaker Australian dollar. Comparing the euro, kind of choppy sideways against it. 1 minute information says we do have potentially sellers here. Okay, good. It's not a lot of volume, but it's certainly an increase over the previous, 10 minutes or so. So it tends to be like the outcome now. Now that you put a little gas in there, little effort, little energy, a little bit more. The result of this little range here now is going to likely be a real move, whether it's up or down. Just because we have some more activity going in. So if we drop down now off of that, that's obviously very good for the trade. If we move up off of that, I could consider closing it. It's a scalp. It's a small position. Like I say in scalps, if you're not able to close it for a small pip loss, and you let your scalps run back against you, then you shouldn't be a scalper. You're not going to be able to do that. Change your ways or give up on scalping. Come on, U.S. dollar. We need a little something just for now. For a few minutes. It's not going to behave, huh? Yeah, I really didn't want to see it get up above this high. So I could start trimming it down. Yep. Not behaving, huh? Just opening up my window to close half the trade. Whatever this is right now, -7, That's the way I deal with the scalp if it's not working. So I'll let you know if I do that. I'm just giving it this one chance to maybe come down off of this, but if we're up here again, I'll probably just close half there. Scalp is a scalp. Don't mess around if it's not working. Come on, little guy. Move on up. Come on, little guy. Yeah, see, the volume picked up and that was the outcome. That's where things got a little hairy. All right, I'm going to close half. So I did that. Now, where's my stop? Here. Oh, I didn't want to behave, huh? Where's the rest of my stop here? 87.7. 87.7. All right. Well, that's a small position now, so I'll see what it wants to do. Yeah, losses do happen on rare occasion. But as I said, it's a scalp, risk is small, and you cut it early if it's not working. That's how you handle the loss. I'll still be up a bit for the day, and if I don't get anything else, that's fine. I wasn't even really worried about trading today anyway. It's Friday. So I closed half. I mean, if I get up 8 pips into profit, I'm back to break even, and who knows. But it's not behaving, yeah. Well, at 87 and change, I'll get out of that position. It'll hit my stop. And that's a really small position left on. So, yeah, whatever. But this is a pattern I've traded before. We called it the reverse scalp. And maybe we end up just with a bit of overshoot of the 14 EMA, and it ends up in our favor again. But, you know, going too far beyond is not what you want in that pattern. Also, here's the double top before it turned, which would make this the spot for the break test continuation pattern. And it's also overshooting that a little too much. But I think that's good to see. It's nice when you get into a trade and it's win-win-win-win. But if something's going against you, especially in this particular case, it's a scalp, so handling it as I would a scalp, it's not the same, you know, cutting my loss at 8 pips or whatever that is. On a different type of trade, I wouldn't have done that. But like I say, with scalps, that's how you got to do it, right? Then you're free to sort of close your scalps also pretty small because they're scalps, right? So if you're seeing 8 pips profit, 10 pips profit, 12 pips profit, that's fine for a scalp, right? if you're closing them around that point as well, and you're winning more than you're losing. So maybe that's a good example to set. Scalps are scalps. They're supposed to go. Once you're down 10 pips, it's over. You know what I mean? So maybe that's good to see. Not behaving. I'll keep drawing it. Maybe it'll eventually listen. Weak Australian dollar, though. See how weak it is? Look at this, right? Now look at the current 5-minute on the euro dollar. Current 5-minute on pound dollar. Blue, blue, blue. So I do have the weak Australian dollar on my side. That's part of the decision why that pattern's set up. But the dollar has been weaker. That's the issue. And it was also looking like it might have done this pattern. So that's where it fell apart. The Australian dollar is strong, though, since I got in. A bit more than the others. But yeah, again, the idea was if we can come down, maybe catch that move down, and then see strength at some point, maybe into U.S. session or sooner, and look for the long entry. If things just want to go up because the U.S. dollar just wants to come down now, then we'll see some decent momentum to the upside, and some regular scalp entries, 14 EMA entries could come about. As far as the yen pairs right now, we've gone a little sideways choppy on the yen pairs now. Okay. Background analysis. Yen pairs with that downtrend off yesterday. And of course, up moves and weakness could give the short. If it wants to keep trending, you could find your 14 EMA entry, small retracement, follow the weakness, support to resistance sort of entries. What's up? What's up? So yeah, it was the last minute decision just to hop on here and stream. We saw the London hour trade in real time. I pointed it out in the Discord, and then I said, I might as well just get on the stream and we'll manage it. And then got out of that with some profit, and then we're looking at this hopefully to come down. I closed a portion of it. I went short, closed a portion of it in negative because it's a scalp and it should really go. Otherwise, get out. But here we got our last chance. It's weak Australian dollar. The problem is we need a little of an up move on the U.S. dollar, and we'll get on our way, hopefully. I mean, there's the option of being up, a bit to this point and just getting out at break even as a total. So there's always that option. I mean, if it runs down to support, okay. Yeah. Get 30 pips off of the small position. All right. Or whatever it is, 25 pips or whatever, to support from entry. Well, still a possibility. We just need this guy to pop up. This would be a kind of a weird spot as a turning point, I guess. I mean, if you're working off the 14 EMA, yeah. I mean, if you want to draw fib retracements on the index, I guess you could. Trying to justify this spot as a turning point. Kind of random. Yeah, there you go. Good enough. We'll use that. It'll help it move. There you go. Seems a bit random, but okay. I could also draw that in here, but, you know, looking for a weakness on that. That didn't show up. Or did it? Not on the 5 minute. Let's see the 1 minute. Nah. We don't even have weakness there to say, okay, that's good. This thing's going with the wind at this point. Whichever way the wind blows. But there we go. We talk about patience, discipline, all these things that are equally important to the knowledge that you're getting to trade. And so maybe that's something in itself, right? Seeing that I cut half of my position on the scalp. It wasn't even a 10 pip, whatever that was, 8 pips drawdown there when I closed half. So I didn't put any, you know, big dent in my account by any means, obviously, right? And as I said before I entered, this is more of a rare setup that I don't know how much I trust 100%, but I have been liking it. It has been working when I do take it. So we'll see where we end up. Also, I do like the weak Australian dollar, but the US dollar just has to play nice. Yeah, the dollar index helped the setup, but then it didn't. When I got in, it was looking like it was going to be weak US dollar along with, strong US dollar along with weak Australian dollar, but then it kind of just got mushy and didn't do it. But at least this guy's staying weak if you compare the up moves against the dollar. So if we can see this move up, you know, normally when you have that situation and it finally starts going in your favor, hopefully, this will move down better than the others since it's seeing a bit more selling recently. Typically does behave that way. If we can do it. Again, on the yen pairs, what are we looking at? Bit of weakness on that last up move, especially AJ, EJ. I wouldn't mind looking for a 14 EMA test short, following that and getting some momentum to the downside. That low is not like high volume stuff back there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, behave. I mean, this was behaving, so it's already misbehaving. See if it can correct itself. Yeah, caffeine's the drug. What are you talking about, Carbon? What kind of break? You want drugs, kid? Yeah, but I know what you mean. Just kind of sitting there. Like I said about this trade, it's called the reverse scalp. I've taken it live a few times. I've taken it a few times in my life. Probably the least popular. But I haven't taken a loss on it, all things considered, when I enter it. Unless this pops up and hits stop loss. That'll be the first time. But like I said before I went in, small risk because of that. Kind of still gaining my trust on this setup. We don't know what you're doing, says Carbon. No, everybody knows but you, actually. So catch up. Coffee bathroom break? You're back? Oh, that. I don't think you were talking about trading. You don't know what you're doing, Carbon. That's what I say. I don't know. Makes no sense. Let's go. 618 overshoots. It's going to save us. The only question is, because stop loss is stop loss at this point. You know, I have my little position on with my little risk, and I'm in my little trade, and I'm fine. Question is, if this starts popping up and then I get to a net break even on my position, do I close it, or, you know, then that's where I got to watch and kind of handle it, which will be somewhere around here. Is that too much to ask for? It certainly looks enticing for longs, in a bad way, now. Almost too obvious to take a long, so maybe it'll hunt some stops and help us out. Yeah, everybody's going long now. Come on, come down and get their stops. Help us out. We know there's a whole bunch here. Now there's probably even more. And yen pairs, what are we doing with that? They're looking bearish. I'm selling on up moves and weakness, but you can draw in some stuff too if we move up today, right? That's a tough move to pick where you want to draw your fib. I mean, AJ, this one's obvious, top to bottom of the move. If we even get that high today. Carbon will. But where else would you want to draw a fib? I say that because I'm very cautious of like just picking, oh, we could draw it here, we could draw it there, wherever we want. We can make fibs anywhere, you know. This seems like an obvious swing point. That's the high of the news move yesterday too. Go as far as places to look for the short to go with this nice markdown action. Support to resistance. What do we have? Yeah. Besides fibs, that's always nice to look at. Support there, low of yesterday, and then did act as resistance twice already today. So you have that stuff there. That's possible. And generally mark that up all around and see. What's this guy doing? Where's my momentum to the downside? It's gone. Put on a momentum indicator. Oh, maybe it'll make me feel better if it's pointing down. Stupid. But yeah, that's something to look for in the yen pairs today. Alright, this fib is a little easier, right? That's obvious. You want to draw it in the trending move, top to bottom. Not chop, not random stuff. Ooh, a nice little fake break of that high that already showed some selling. May not be bad there. Pound yen. Sideways range. Trending move starts where? Here? Today? And that kind of lines up as well as popping above there. Getting some stops on shorts. 618 overshoot. Not bad stuff to identify a good place to look for a weakness to get into this markdown. That's some decent spots to look for there. Come on, reverse scalp. Let's go. If we do get down to the 6945 support, actually ends up being a decent trade. And do I regret closing half at minus 8 pips? No, I don't. No matter what happens. No regrets. Good decision on a scalp. Generally, as probably a lot of you know, if you're looking for the 14 EMA rejection, right, and you get this sort of the opposite of what you're looking for in such a strong way, it's already telling you like the scalp has lost a lot of probability. And again, if you're entered here, you know, whatever pip count that is nice and small for your scalp. And also to mention, like if you notice how I'm closing trades at partial profit, and then sometimes it'll hit break even. So a lot of the trades aren't, you know, 100% of the original position that I went in going all the way to target. You can get a portion and hit it break even and stuff, right? So you kind of want to consider that approach in reverse, or else you're going to be, you could end up digging yourself a hole where, if you know what I'm saying, where, okay, you get into, let's say the London hour trade, right? And we've seen examples of this live. I've shown this stuff when we're seeing the trade not work out, how to manage it. But I think this is important stuff worth mentioning. So London hour trade, for example, and let's say I close, you know, a portion at, you've seen how I've been doing it. A portion of it, I close at 17 pips, and maybe I close a portion at 23 pips, because whatever on the chart. And now I've closed half the trade, and then, or today, 3/4 of the trade, right? And then the rest of it hits break even. And then if you take, let's say, a trade that just starts going against you, of course, from time to time, that's going to happen. And you're going to approach it in the same way, where you don't want the entire position to hit your stop loss. You want that to be a really rare thing. And how do you do that? Of course, by listening to the chart. Normally, if a trade's not working out, it's not just going to be, oh, this trade is looking great, and then, oh, you blink, and then all of a sudden you hit your stop loss, right? You're going to have stuff on the chart saying it's not looking good. Like this one bar right here was enough for me, you know? So by trimming down trades that are not looking good, it opens you up to trimming down trades that are looking good, right? So your losses are very rarely your full position that you went in, just going to your stop loss. And your wins are not all the time. You're taking partial profit in that way. And different amounts of profit, closing partial, letting it run so we could get. So you don't want to get caught in the mentality that, okay, you just got to let it, you freeze up or something if it's not working out. The best thing to do is manage it based on what you're seeing. And again, you'll never regret closing a trade at minus 8 pips that didn't work, or minus 10 or minus 12 pips that didn't work. You're not going to look back and say, oh, I messed up my week with that one, right? You're never going to blow your account if you're trading right. Or you're never going to dig yourself a hole or any of that stuff. It's not going to happen, right? If you're taking these trades like we're taking and you're doing that stuff, basically impossible. But if you're closing too soon in profit, and then your losses are just going to your entire stop, 25 pips, the full position, right? Then you're going to be digging yourself a hole, right? Kind of important to say. But again, you see me doing this stuff live. But, right? True? And maybe somebody is dealing with that who's learning and saying, oh yeah, I'm taking partial profit like you do. But then the losses are just your full position going to loss. You're ignoring bad information on the chart. You're not trimming down your position when the chart says F your trade. It's not looking good. You're not listening. And it just goes for, right? You guys know what I'm saying? Good point. Any questions about that? If you're going to do one, you got to do the other. Unless you're going to be a set it and forget kind of trader where you go, okay, right? Bill, you get what I'm saying? You guys get it? Okay, good. Very important. You see me doing it live. So, I practice what I preach. But yeah, just to explain that, point that out. Because let's say my setups, which are high probability, but let's say you have a week where it's 50-50. You had 3 wins and 3 losses. Right? And if you're just, right, you get my point. And I could be like, well, I ended the week in small profit, or I ended the week in small loss. It was a 50-50, right, kind of outcome on my trades, wins, loss. And then someone else can say, how did you end up with that? I ended up eating it. How did that happen? Well, that's how. And it gets you out of this stress that your trade isn't working out. And now what do? 15 pips down, 20 pips down, full position still on. And you start freaking chewing your nails off. You're getting all sweaty. F that shit, man. Don't do that to yourself. The first time it's not looking good, do something about it. If you close a third of your position on something looking bad and it turns out to be a win, you still made money, you just made less. And good you made less, because the shit looked like shit for a second. And you didn't start praying about it. You did something. There we go. Glad I explained that. And you see me do it. You see it on the London hour trades that aren't working out. I'm trimming it down. It's not looking good. 15 pips down. I'm closing. Even though my stop's at 25 pips, I'm down 15. I'm going to close a third. I'm going to close half. Chart says it's going to shit. I'm listening. Yeah. You do that, you will not burn an account. It is impossible, right? Unless you're just taking bad trades. I don't know how you could even have a bad month if you're doing that, and you're taking the right trades. A bad week now and then, everybody's going to have. Markets do whatever the hell they do. It's just probability. But at the end of the month, Are you going to be down 10%? It's like impossible, right? Look at this guy. Look at that. Okay. Good lesson in scalp trading management. Scalp trade management today. And again, this is something you could look at if you know my scalp entries, which a lot of you do. The reverse scalp, which is, again, you have a trending move. It's always nice to have a double top sort of top pattern. You could even have weakness there, right? But you see the double top and then the lower high, right? And this is all trendy stuff. We're not dealing with chop here, which we're scalping. It's got to be moving, right? So it's moving. And then once it really clears past the 14 EMA, we're not just like here and then taking it, right? We need to really make a move with some momentum on it. Then you're looking for your normal short entry as if things are trending down. So that's something to look at. Something I take now and then. I still at this point wouldn't go my regular full risk when I take these until maybe I trust them a little more, test it a little more. Yen pairs, okay, if they're moving up, we'll see about weakness coming in. And some of these good areas to get with the markdown on weakness. It's funny, I keep getting, there are some YouTube channels that are, tell you kind of what's going on generally in markets, things that are not my specialty. And they all say doom and gloom right now. And I don't know if it's just, they have their argument. I understand that for markets generally, they have a statistical argument. I understand that. But I just don't see it in the charts. So literally, I don't see anybody but me. I'm the one guy. And also in the last couple of weeks, I didn't see anybody pointing out, well, it's time for cryptos to try to move up and do their thing. It's all doom and gloom at this point. Everyone's given up on the cryptos. The small traders are out. They've given up. They needed the rest of the money that they had in their account. They're not letting it all burn away. That's what they wanted, isn't it? They want it all. But again, this crypto up move was preceded by me showing no crystal ball. I'm not giving myself credit. I'm just saying this is how you read a chart. You read a chart right. It's going to tell you something. Believe it. Not some special skill that I have. And yeah, we saw the accumulation of cryptos in the last couple of weeks. I almost was never posting in the crypto chat in the Discord, but we saw it, right? Chart doesn't lie. Right, Carbon? Oh, yeah. Let's see where we're at now. And the others, the main ones that I'm in. Well, I've kind of got it all spread out, but Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. Bitcoin is what I have the most of. Ethereum is what I have second. Litecoin is what I have third. And then the rest are just smaller percentages that are spread out based on whatever the chart is telling me as far as buying. Ethereum, really nice, has broken through its automatic rally. Oh my gosh, finally. Right? That's the 4-hour chart? No. Weekly chart, people. Weekly chart. There's There's your Wyckoff accumulation. There you go. Actually, that's going to be the automatic rally there off of that, which is a whole other story. But I'm talking about the highest volume we've seen. November, the buying, right? Highest volume since May 21 on the buying. So off of that, the automatic rally becomes that, right? First level of resistance after strength. And we finally got through it, and we ripped. And remember what I said? I said it in the Discord. It's not a crystal ball. I'm not trying to be, I said it. I'm just telling you because the charts tell you these things. You know how smart money operates, and you watch them long enough. And I said when it does break automatic rally, it's going to rip through, and traders are going to miss it. There it is. Look how it sped up. So now you're looking at it up here going, oh, should I buy? Right? Instead of here. Oh, it's breaking out. Should I buy? Well, maybe you bought that, but that looks like a rejection and looks like it's going to trap you in short if you shorted that, right? But yeah, it ripped through. They're not letting anybody. They want it all. So says the chart. Small amount of people who have all the money and patience in the world. They want all the Bitcoins, all the crypto before it moves up. Yes, yes, yes. Not going anywhere. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. I saw some very nice things going on with it. Like we know, the big pump up to whatever that was, 70 on Bitcoin and all the others that went up so high, 2020, 2021, that was trading. That was traders doing this. That was creating a bull market out of trading. There wasn't all of a sudden, I mean, some of it might have been to some extent, but it wasn't all of a sudden the real world and people doing commerce were like, we need Bitcoin right now, buy it, because we need it. Not so much. Now, as Bitcoin gets used and there's the real world demand, right, that's when we're finally going to see a proper market. I mean, that was fun, and hopefully you cashed in. But now, right, I'm seeing things like, for example, you can check this out. Maybe you'll find it on YouTube. Really cool. There is, in Africa, South Africa, I think it was, where they don't have, a lot of places do not have, I think, what did he say? 40% of Africa has good internet, and the rest is like, ass. And in some poorer areas where they don't have good internet, but they have cell service. So they're taking the phones, not smartphones, not your iPhone and Android, just regular cell phones, right? That's what most people have there. In these poorer areas, they don't have great internet. They have figured out how to make Bitcoin transactions on those phones. And man, these people are happy that they're doing this now. Commerce has become, yay, we could do, like, we don't have the government on our back. We got nobody on our back. We're making these exchanges through our frickin' cell phone. No smartphone, right? However they were doing it, I don't know the technology. And there was a lot of kids, like, we love Bitcoin, wearing Bitcoin shirts, and they buy their clothes and whatever, just Bitcoin. That's real world demand. They're going to want some more Bitcoin than their home dollars in cases like that. Then you have something I saw called Bitcoin Island. I don't think I watched the whole thing, but the point is it's an island somewhere where it's all Bitcoin now. All the commerce is Bitcoin on this island within it, I mean, if you're talking about import and export, that may be different. But it's referred to as Bitcoin Island. And it's not some little, so a lot of people live there and stuff. So like this is starting to happen, That's what's making it solid. It's not a frickin' traders throwing the price all around, you know, pump and dump crap, right? It's like real world demand for Bitcoin. Elon's supposed to give free internet. Yeah, which he has done in some places. Yes. As far as I understand, he's already done it. And combining that with the fact that, yeah, you don't need a smartphone to make Bitcoin payments if they figured out how to do it on a regular basic cell phone with a little green screen, you know, the old school ones. That's what they had. And the kid's holding up his phone, smiling. He's like, I'm making Bitcoin transactions on here. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. So that's what it's all about if you're holding Bitcoin. That's what it's all about. If you're holding crypto. We're past phase one of, you know, the pump, the bullshit. So it may not move up as fast as, you know, it did in the past, but that is the trajectory right now. IMF put out a paper. Oh, they're not going to be happy. Last week, how central banks might go about holding Bitcoin instead of gold. Okay, good. Bill, plenty of minerals there too, carbon and stuff. Not you, carbon. You need for cars, batteries. I forgot what it's called now. Africa should be it should be the richest country in the world. Everybody knows that. As far as the resources, right? It's just the handful of people that run it. You know the deal. Africa should be by far the richest country in the world, or at least definitely up there. Everybody should be living good in that country with their resources. So maybe we'll see that change to some extent in our lifetime. Yeah, a lot of that stuff is getting exposed where, you know, some of this mining going on in Africa, since they have all these resources and, you know, electric cars and all that stuff, computers. A lot of these companies, as you could probably not be surprised by, they'll misrepresent what's going on. Like if you're mining a dangerous material that's, you know, in large amounts is toxic. And they'll claim, oh, it's all done by machines. There's nobody there. And then I saw somebody go visit one of these places, and there were just thousands and thousands of people, you know, digging and doing all this stuff. And it's like, no, they claim that this is all mechanical and there's no people here. Or, you know, just enough people to run the machines, whatever. And no. There's thousands of poor people trying, you know, pulling that shit out of the ground, risking their life. Like, ugh. But it's getting exposed, you know? Come on. The world is becoming smaller. Everybody's seeing these things. Stop it. It's a slow process, but I think things are generally going to get better. I don't have a pessimistic outlook on things. Humans, mankind, we self-correct. Markets self-correct. Usually if you just leave things alone, they improve. You saw that, Bill? 10,000 in a small area. There you go. Was it where they claimed that wasn't going on? You saw that shit? Yeah, yep. Yeah, everybody's got a cell phone and access to internet to upload this shit. Get exposed. These evil people. Yeah. Lithium. Yep, yep. All right, little AU short reverse scalp. Make me make an example of how to deal with scalp drawdown trade. Let's go. Kind of stalling. Could go with the wind, right? Who knows? Things got a little sloppy choppy now. One thing about market that really annoys me is that sometimes you'll get some nice movement and then you'll actually get into the London session. And that's when it actually loses activity. Here's London Open, right? That was the peak of activity. We're just dying off from there. And this pre-market stuff, Euro Open before that, is a lot of times cleaner than this time of day. But I don't want to trade this. This is coming off of, this is like warm-up stuff. We need action, reaction. So I wouldn't want to trade this stuff. But yeah, it does do that sometimes. Next, do I pay a lot of attention to background for London, for the London trades? The London hour trade, not so much, because that could go in either direction. Scalp trades, not so much, either direction. As far as the background, that's the stuff we're talking about buying here. That's marked there. That's off the background situation of strength. And this is just a common pattern that where we may get a setup there. If you look at the yen pairs and our markdown, right, we have that stuff marked up. Where, if we want to get short here, looking for weakness, ideally here, this would be a nice maneuver right there. That's where they tend to do things. So that's all based on background. This is just simply a markdown downtrend. You want to get in on weakness, stop hunt. So that background stuff is marked up, right? It comes around when it comes around. A lot of times it's not until the U.S. session, yeah. But of course, scalps could go either way. I mean, you don't want to like buy into an area of weakness or anything silly like that. So you should be aware of the background, but yeah. And London hour trade, it's like whatever you could use to confirm the entry in addition to its own setup, self-contained, but it hasn't really been an issue. Like not taking a London hour trade because of the background. No. You want to watch kind of what's to your left as you're getting in, though. But the phase, yeah, not so much. Doesn't really matter. You were in the short scalp. What pair? Last leg down before the up move. Looked good. Worked out well. Got out when I saw high volume before the up move. Okay, cool. What pair was that? Pound yen. Oh, okay. So you got short and you saw strength and you got out. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that stuff we can look for weakness into up moves. On the yen pairs, just kind of stalling right now, but we even have a potential like fake break pattern up there and all that. Certainly a decent stop hunt to go up there on the shorts, if not higher. Again, if we don't go up, as I say, we just want to trend down. It's going to be like yesterday, right, where after the session, like I said, you could look for shorts, once you break without strength, I don't know, where am I right now? Wherever we were. And that's ended up, I think, giving some opportunities. Maybe you could take advantage of here yesterday. Right, there we go. Oh, it actually didn't actually test after that, did it? Not on this pair. Well, maybe there was some. Oh, that's too early. Where am I? There. A little volume came in. We'll see the reaction. Maybe we'll get going. Well, dollar index. I don't know how much I really care about this volume. It seems to matter, though, since it is an index. It's like calculated activity rather than like raw market data of a pair. It seems to have an effect, though. It seems to be worth looking at. All right, so I got this small position short on the AU as I close some, so we'll see what we get on the rest. A little exercise in trade management on scalps today. If you got here late in our last minute stream and you want to hear about, you want to see me deal with a drawdown on a scalp and all that, talk about managing trades that are not going in your favor and how to make that all work. Talked about that earlier. All right. So let's continue to manage the trade that didn't suddenly go straight into profit. And I closed half at minus 8 pips. Because we're dealing with a scalp, different from other trades. So that means if I'm a positive 8, right, give or take, I'll see what point it will be a break-even situation for the trade. And then from there, once I get past about 8 pips profit, right, then we're actually in profit on the trade itself. So obviously, ideally, it does that. But if it's looking shitty and the whole situation just could be ended in break even, right, I'll just do that. Logical. But we got to get down here for that to happen. All right. Nothing else to get in right now. Got short 230. Okay, I didn't see that till now. 230 on my chart. Nice. Oh, you had some. Oh, okay. That's the weakness. Okay, gotcha. You know what I'm about to say. I thought that volume was off the low. All right, yeah, you're okay. It's considered a weak bar, really. Yeah. Nice reaction. Is that a support to resistance? What is that? No, that's my London hour level. Okay. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. 230 entry. Perfect. Perfect. And it just, you know that it's going to try to break out is what you're looking for. Nothing else is guaranteed, even though nothing's guaranteed. But that's the high probability move. Then it's like, okay, make a decision, do something. It's a scalp. Okay, nice. So you closed it up after that? Good stuff. All right, some volume coming in on the down move. If the next bar closes lower, that is the best information possible. If we see this volume and reverse back up off of that, I could close the whole thing, right? Small loss. What else? Pound dollars. Yeah, all the dollar pairs are doing this. Okay, and the yens. Yeah, they got stuck for now. Nothing else to do. All right. See if we can salvage the situation. Yes, yes. Okay. This is going to tell us about buyers here. Now we're high up. If they're going for the stop hunt, they may want to go lower. It's like, let's find out how many buyers come in if the stops go pop, pop, pop. I mean, this is really late in the day, and so there's not a lot of trades long in here from the eddies. But probably through here. Look at that maneuver yesterday. You notice that? How it hit all the stops before moving up. Come on, that one was obvious. Did you note that when it happened? I'm like, is that what I think it is? If it is, then it's going to just go up now. After this. Stops. Everybody that got long said, oh, news is going to go up. I'm smart. They got their stop hit right there. You saw that, right? Did you notice it in real time? If so, then you got it. You know the game. What's happening on that? Okay, we like, I don't mind the activity increase as long as it keeps going. Then it's all right. So Euro says, oh, not much activity there. Okay, not that much. So it might go lower. Ooh, buyer's going to get nervous. There is some activity, but not a ton. We'll see. We will see. I say from that amount of activity, they want more. They're going for you. Not me. Not us. So that's the plan. Let's see if it comes down and finds its high volume strength to go with the large time frame. Markup bullish environment. Weak US dollar is the story. This whole week we knew it. Bullish markets generally. So if this guy does a leg up, that's a lot of just selling of the euro down there too. It's not so much, obviously, the overall market and the dollar strength pushing it down. That's a euro thing. But if that can do another leg, we could salvage this trade, and that'll probably get some more stops, wouldn't it? So hopefully the down move and the stop hunt right now, pre-New York, which wouldn't be surprising. Hopefully that goes helps this trade come down. It's all good. Not bad to be short if that's what's going to happen. Is it worth going short on retrace if volume not high enough to turn it? Yeah, if the momentum to the downside's there, the volume isn't. Yep, no problem. Just watch areas, you know. You don't want to be selling into bad areas, but yeah. So if volume's low, the lower the better here. You could end up with a break test continuation. Meeting up with 14 EMA stuff. Yep. The projection here is that it will do a couple of these waves, see if it's behaving in that manner, and try to catch it without strength. Yep. Come on. We want the U.S. dollar to go up right now, so this whole situation can happen. The pre-New York stop hunt on longs. Let's do it. It's Friday also, so if that's the case, I may be assuming too much, and then if that's the case, we get a nice pop up into the New York Open, right? Again, as we've had every day at that time this week. We knew it. And then maybe we go up nice and high, but it's, profit-taking Friday. And they get the hell out of it. It doesn't mean we're looking to short next week, but, logically, it's a lot of longs to get out of today for smart money, correct? Before the weekend. Not that they got to close all before the weekend, but they close some. You see that Friday stuff. 2 hours into U.S. session, whatever it is. So that's kind of the template, too, that they'll pop it up. It'll be nice to be in on that, if possible. And then hit a ton of weakness. Call it a week, right? That's kind of the template. We'll see. Logical. You're long U.S. dollar, so I'm with you on this. All right, cool. Let's do it. Yeah, and if I'm wrong, we'll readjust, right? I think that everyone kind of would agree, right? It's the logical thing right now. We know they're long, and so on and so on. But if demand isn't coming into down moves, I have no problem with shorting, especially if we see weakness, lack of demand, clean stuff. And if things just move up and we don't do this down move stop hunt stuff and we're just trending up, okay, it's bullish, it's trending up, find our way in properly. 14 May trade, retracement, weakness, fib retracement, strength. That's the plan. I would be cautious on shorts on yen pairs. It's late and it's low and it's obvious, I mean, this range, it gave no great reason to short unless you like that. But it didn't give any great reason to short here. Just kind of got stuck. And yeah, everybody's salivating over shorting the chasing, the FOMO. I'd be careful. It's late and low. But whatever the chart says, I think that's worth mentioning. Yes. Patience, patience. Testing my patience here. What are you going to do? We don't need that guy. All right. So once we get to this support here, so again, I'm short on the AU. I closed half the trade around -8 on a scalp. That's why I did that so early, because it's only a scalp. Now around here, I'll get to +8, and I'll have my whole situation at break even, or I could just get out and call it a break even trade. Or we get 6945. It's a dub. So let's see. It's got to convince me to stay in. Or does it? I'll listen to the chart. What else is there? Salvage the situation. Let's go. Indeed. You're learning too, Carbs. Patience, listening to the chart and nothing else. So, listening to the chart, this down move is fine. There's not strength coming in. It didn't close up in the middle or anything like that. Nothing bad about that. $1, let's go. Sweaty long positions. Let's go, let's go. Do I care about resistance on this? I don't know, I mark it. Euro falling off a cliff. If it goes according to plan, US dollar up move. Rip through everybody's stops. Not us. And then go the other way in a couple hours. Do it. If I draw it, it shall come true. There you go. Kelvin says gold. Look at gold. Nice and bullish, huh? If you're day trading it, I'd be buying the dips. I'm swing trading. Technically, I'm position trading. Position trading is longer than swing trading. A bit of weakness. Yeah, I'd be looking to buy a dip. Might have a bit of a retracement, and that's kind of what the overall situation in the markets are. A little retracement deal before continuing? Probably. If we're staying bullish and looking good, we might do that sort of thing from there. Yes, sir. Oh, there we go. Where am I on this? Okay, I'm very close to just calling this whole thing at break even. Ooh, high volume. Okay. Get this 1 minute detail here, manage this deal. Result of that is important. Looks like it's hitting some buyers. Might be a fake break. Yeah, we'll get to that. Yep. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna close this at a net break even. Give or take a few bucks. But that's where we are, right? Or I could get into profit right now. All I know is I'm opening my window to close this trade and call the whole thing a break-even situation. It better go. The thing is, I kind of want to be short now, but that also listening to the chart, there's a lot of volume. So I need to see the result of lower prices. Otherwise, it's just wrong. Too risky. Risk off for the moment. I think it's just a pullback. My opinion. Trade what I see. But I agree with that, obviously, right now. Temporary, though, I think. Okay. I'm now in a net profit situation here. Let's go. I can't deal with any sort of up move here. I can't deal with it. I can't. This is hairy for me. Not really. It really could be in worse situations than am I going to get out for break even. How exciting. Does the L become a W? Salvage the situation. Oh my God. Let's go. I can't handle any sort of fucking retrace with any sort of bounce here. I can't handle it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Hey, remember, this is a scalp. I could close it now and call it a W. I could close it now as a dub. Scalps are supposed to be small. I mean, it's actually a decent sized move for a scalp. It was, just considering half was closed at -8 pips. Oh, it's hitting some volume. Stop it. Oh, I don't like that. I feel like it's about to pop up. Okay. Or not. Man, I'm getting good at this. I don't mean trading. I mean something else. I'm not going to tell you what it is, though. No, it's trading. Let's frickin' go. There's some buyers right there at the 54. Let's go. 54, no buyers. Oh, they're there. You see them? You see them? Okay, I'm out. I'm out. I closed the trade. I closed the trade. I'm out. It's a scalp. It's a net win. Pete, you closed too soon. No, I have my reason. I'm good with my decision. I have my reason. Scalp is a scalp. You may have heard me say before, and this is fine if it drops without me. What? Yes, I'm okay. You do what you're comfortable with. Certainly could get more. You do what you're comfortable with. For me, I closed my scalp. For some profit. That's what I set out to do. I don't like making a scalp into something else. Making one trade into a different type of trade out of greed or whatever. So you get the stuff I'm saying? It's a scalp win. That's it. That was exciting. We're going to catch some huge drop. Maybe you do. For me, I'm out for a scalp. You get what I'm saying? Okay. No regrets. Nice trade. Nice save. I'll call it say that. Nice save. Be pulling out the sweat moves, y'all. Better back out. This what? You better back out. This is a sweat lobby. If bullshit is better back out. This is a sweaty lobby. Noobs. No, that was nice. That was a nice save. Thanks, Bill. Thanks. See where this thing goes. See where it bottoms out. How it bottoms out. Draw the line and it shall come to pass. No, I know what you're saying, Carv. It's funny. It's funny. I know. So this could be the ultimate Well, it's already becoming the ultimate bloodbath for the buyers. The stop hunt. Everybody who got long after the news didn't, or got long today. Nice try. Stops on longs here or there. Stops on longs here are there. I can move these thingies. Bit of buying there. Probably going to come to test the 14 on the yen pairs now, right? EJ on the fake break with some buying. Yeah, that's the highest volume in an hour and a half. So that's going to do a little retracement right now, most likely. Yeah, know what I'm saying? Now, is that volume enough to say, oh, we're bullish now? Of course not, right? But it's enough to say retracement. If you went short through here, we're coming for your stops. I know I sound like obsessed with the stop hunt right now, but I don't know. The more you look at charts, the more you realize that's what it's all about. Liquidity, whatever you want to call it. Different traders call it different things. It's the stop hunt. That's what it's all about, isn't it? I already knew this. Said it in Baby Pips in 2010. My old thread. Like, wake up. It's all about your stop losses. Stop. Everybody stop what you're doing. Hold on. I just realized something. And you guys know it. So at this point, very straightforward. Either we see that high volume low, which tends to happen around U.S. session, that we might see that in an up move. For now, there's no reason to buy yet. And if buyers are really waiting for lower prices, there's nothing wrong with a short. I took the first short scalp that showed up, didn't I? But there could be more. Yeah, man. What else? Should I call it a day? You see what's up in the Discord. We can keep an eye on things. Oh, I forgot, Carbon, yeah. Sometimes I forget things or miss things. So, yeah, just say it again. Bill, good to have you. Take care. See you soon. Yeah, let's look at oil. I mean, generally, the outlook is now pretty bullish. As I've been saying, I'm the only guy in the freaking world. Doom and gloom recession. And of course, if there's a recession, then there's less demand for oil. If there's less demand for oil, then it goes down. So it's all connected. That the economy, things are good. Prices will stabilize. Supply chains will have themselves figured out, whatever the stupid problem is. Things always self-correct. We've had some time to deal with the situation. It's not new anymore. It doesn't mean everything's going to be perfect, but I'm generally bullish, and that's going to create more demand for oil as the economy picks up, in my opinion. A round of applause. Cheers, cheers. Thanks for being here. It makes it all work. There's a little extra something goes on. Maybe we'll get into that. Maybe we won't. But you guys got to be here. So, you know what I'm saying, Carb, you might be, if you're looking to buy low and trade properly, you might be sitting on what you got and just riding the up move out. Just ride it out. But what does the chart say, right? Again, everything's looking bullish. So without even looking at oil, right, because of the demand of a expanding market again, the growing economy, it'll go up with demand likely. And that's swing trading, long 6 months, 6 months outlook kind of thing. The chart says. Normally when you see this much activity at a high price, this was yesterday, that was the news. And again, looking bullish overall. But in this case, if we can't get above here, stay above here, we might be coming down and getting a buy opportunity. For me, I wouldn't buy more since I bought here and here. So I'm somewhere in break-even territory, right? I'm looking to buy down here. If the chart says to buy starting from below that level, below 70. If it breaks 70, then okay, let's see where I'm going to be buying. All through here, I'll be very patient and look for the buying to come in. Wait for that. Starting from this point, starting from 70. It could really go either way, which is fine, right? You just wait for it. I'm leaning towards it's probably going to go up from here. So whatever you're in for, you'll see that grow. But, yep, below 70, keep an eye on the price. If it goes below 70, we'll look at it, see when to buy. Who knows, maybe we wait till the 60s, right? 50s, and to get a nice low price. Yes. Thank you, Carbon. Listen to Carbon. I feel like it's just the same crew in here most of the time. YouTube doesn't suggest my video, whatever. All right, we're doing our thing. It works. Yeah, keep an eye on the price. I mean, you probably bought somewhere in the mid-70s, I'm guessing. So you're in a small profit now. As far as your average price for your entry, you're probably about, what, 75? Yeah. So, yeah, you would want it well below 70 if you're going to be adding to that, buying more. The gold that I've been sitting on forever. Again, this is position trading. Technically, I should be calling it that, swing trading, but position trading is even longer term. And that's really what we're doing. Cost averaging, whatever the hell you want to call it. But gold, what do I want to look at? I haven't sold any off yet. I bought here. Here and here. Have not sold any yet. It's gold. What am I, in a rush? But if I see high volume weakness, I need to start selling off. We had a lot of volume yesterday, right? A lot. And we got to have upward result. Upward result. All that activity has to be bullish. If we're coming back, then I can start selling some off. And that would be the first time I'd be selling some of that position off. When did I buy? When was that? October. So that's what I'm doing. And I share these things when I do them. So silver. I share it when I'm doing it. So that gives you an idea. I'll let you know the next moves. And you can do this stuff, various ways. You could do ETFs through Robinhood on your phone. Leveraged. Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever works for you. Where is this thing right now? Ooh, look at that. All right, cool. I will end it for the day. I'll hang around, depending on what I'm going to do, but I should be able to pop in the Discord. Where's Wixie? Wixie didn't know this was coming. Nobody did. Wixie's going to be like, aw. Shout out to you, Wixie. Probably watch this later. Carbon, you think it's just going to go from here? I agree. At least you got something in there. If it dips, it's a very good buy opportunity, but yeah, we may not get it. So we're in for what we're in for. All right, guys. Good one. Friday impromptu stream. Nice. See you guys on Tuesday, unless I stream Monday. See you guys on Tuesday. See you in the Discord. Have a good weekend.